In this video we will go through critical cybersecurity interview questions and best practice model answers. 1. What is cryptography? Why is choosing the right cryptographic methods important when developing a new system? What are the challenges you will expect in the future? Cryptography is the practice of secure communication in the presence of third parties. It is used to protect sensitive information, such as passwords, credit card numbers, and medical records. Cryptography uses mathematical algorithms to transform data into a form that cannot be read without the proper key. This makes it difficult for unauthorized users to access or modify the data. Choosing the right cryptographic methods is important when developing a new system because it can help to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. It is important to identify the level of protection and other requirements before the implementation to avoid rework. Factors to consider when developing new systems include: A. The sensitivity of the data that needs to be protected. B. The resources availability and feasibility to implement and maintain the cryptographic methods. C. The threat environment. D. The legal and regulatory requirements. Future cryptographic challenges could be: A. Quantum computing threatens current encryption algorithms, necessitating quantum-resistant solutions. B. IoT security, need for lightweight cryptographic methods to secure low-power devices. C. Cloud security, challenges in securing data in multi-tenant, distributed environments. Two. What is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric encryption? Which is better? Which is commonly used today? Symmetric encryption uses the same key to encrypt and decrypt data. Asymmetric encryption uses two keys, a public key and a private key. The public key can be used to encrypt data, but only the private key can be used to decrypt it. Symmetric encryption is faster than asymmetric encryption, but it is also less secure. Asymmetric encryption is more secure, but it is also slower. Both symmetric and asymmetric encryption are commonly used today, often in complementary roles within a given system. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages, making them suitable for different use cases. Symmetric encryption is commonly used for encrypting large amounts of data efficiently. It is faster and requires less computational power. Symmetric algorithms like ICE, Advanced Encryption Standard, are often used in bulk data encryption and secure file storage. Asymmetric encryption is commonly used in scenarios where two parties need to communicate securely without having had the chance to privately share keys beforehand. It's often used in digital signatures and SSL/TLS certificates for secure web browsing. RSA and EC, elliptic curve cryptography, are common asymmetric algorithms. In many systems, both are used together for optimizing both security and performance. For example, in an SSL/TLS connection, asymmetric encryption is initially used to establish a secure channel and exchange a symmetric key. Once the secure channel is established, symmetric encryption is used for the actual data transfer. So, it's not a matter of one being more commonly used than the other, rather, they are used for different purposes and often in conjunction to offer both security and performance. 3. What is the difference between an IDS and an IPS? What planning needs before implementing an IPS system? An IDS, intrusion detection system, is a system that monitors a network or system for malicious activity. An IPS, intrusion prevention system, is a system that not only detects malicious activity, but also takes action to block it. An IDS is a passive system that simply alerts the administrator to a potential attack. An IPS is an active system that can take steps to prevent an attack from being successful. Careful staged approach is required as implementing IPS can block legitimate business traffic. It takes some time to monitor, train and tune the platform. Planning includes: A. Conduct a risk assessment, understand the types of threats you face and how an IPS will fit into your overall security strategy. B. Identify key assets, know what data and systems trying to protect. E. Network mapping, document the architecture of network to identify where the IPS should be placed. F. Define objectives. Be clear about what business want to achieve with the IPS, whether it's blocking specific types of traffic, alerting to possible intrusions, etc. 4. Explain the CIA triad. How do you effectively use this in your day-to-day role? The CIA triad is a security model that describes the three main goals of information security: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality means that only authorized individuals can access data. Integrity means that data is not modified without authorization. Availability means that data is accessible when needed. The CIA triad is a foundational concept in information security. It is important to understand these three goals and how they can be protected. I use CIA as guidance to make sure all three areas are adequately covered by implemented or proposed list of security controls available in the system or the organization. How is encryption different from hashing? Encryption is the process of transforming data into a form that cannot be read without the proper key. Hashing is the process of transforming data into a unique value that cannot be reversed. Encryption is used to protect the confidentiality of data, while hashing is used to verify the integrity of data. 6. What is a firewall? Why we should consider implementing Layer 7 firewall. What firewall vendor you think the most effective for our kind of organization? A firewall is a network security device that controls incoming and outgoing network traffic. Firewalls can be used to block malicious traffic and prevent unauthorized access to a network. Firewalls are an essential part of any network security strategy. They can help to protect against a wide range of cyber attacks. Implementing a Layer 7 firewall offers advanced security measures that go beyond traditional IP address, port and protocol-based filtering. By examining the content of data packets, Layer 7 firewalls can identify malicious traffic based on the application or service it is trying to exploit. This allows for more granular control over network traffic, helping to prevent attacks that would bypass lower layer inspections. Overall, Layer 7 firewalls offer a deeper level of inspection for better security outcomes. Choosing the most effective firewall vendor for your organization depends on various factors including the size of your network, the nature of your data, your budget, and specific security requirements. Vendors like Cisco, Palo Alto Networks, and Fortinet are generally well regarded and offer cloud and on-prem solutions. It would be beneficial to conduct a thorough risk assessment or business impact assessment, perhaps even a proof of concept with multiple vendors to determine which solution best meets your organization's needs. 7. What are the different types of cyber attacks? Tell us about your most recent involvement in mitigating an attack. There are many different types of cyber attacks, including phishing attacks, where attackers attempt to trick users into providing sensitive information, such as passwords or credit card numbers. Malware attacks, where attackers use malicious software to infect computers and networks. Denial of service attacks, where attackers attempt to overwhelm a system with traffic, making it unavailable to legitimate users. Zero-day attacks, where attacks exploit vulnerabilities in software that the software vendor is not aware of. Data breach, an unauthorized access or disclosure of confidential information, often leading to financial or reputational damage. One of my recent involvements was assisting someone who had been scammed over the phone and gaining remote access to their computer. I had to rebuild the notebook and reset all passwords stored in the password vault. 8. What is a risk assessment? Where do you start? How do you use it for cybersecurity program development? A risk assessment is a process of identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks to an organization's information assets. Risk assessments can help organizations to prioritize their security efforts and make informed decisions about how to protect their data. Risk assessments are an essential part of any information security program. They can help organizations to identify and address the risks that are most likely to impact them. I would start measuring the organization's maturity against widely used frameworks such as NIST CSF, ISO 27001, VPDSS, Essential 8. 9. What is patch management? Why is effective patch management important? Patch management is the process of identifying, deploying, and managing software patches. Patches are used to fix security vulnerabilities in software. Patch management is an important part of any information security program. It helps to ensure that software vulnerabilities are patched and that systems are kept up to date. Effective patch management is essential for security, compliance, and system stability. It closes vulnerabilities, meets regulatory requirements, and ensures smooth business operations. 10. What is social engineering? What's your approach to mitigate the risks? Social engineering is a type of cyber attack that relies on human interaction to trick users into providing sensitive information or taking actions that harm their organization. Social engineering is a growing threat to information security. It is important to be aware of the different social engineering techniques and how to protect them. To mitigate social engineering risks, I focus on employee training and awareness programs that teach how to recognize phishing attempts and other deceptive tactics. Monitoring and incident response plans are in place to quickly address any issues.